Greetings, friends. It's me, Al Wayman, and I'm here at my little side business called Creek Road Pottery. And what I wanted to do was to come on and give an update on what I've been up to since I haven't posted for quite a while. I had a lot of things going on, and I learned a lot of things. I've been selling online in my Etsy shop, and I took a break from Etsy for about a year to try local sales, and I was able to get into a few area gift shops, and also had time to develop some new products and some ideas that I've been working out. So what I'd like to do with this channel now, since I've been revamping a lot of different things and learning a lot of different things, I would like to be able to come on and share what I've learned to others who might be trying to sell, both online and locally, like myself, and go over topics that might be of interest to people just starting out, whether you have a few pieces or you've never sold online before and you're afraid of it, or you've never sold local before and you're afraid of it. If maybe you have some hesitation about doing demonstrations and what that's like, I've done it. So I'm not perfect at any of this, and I know even shooting this right here probably looks like I'm sitting in a morgue, but hopefully you all can get something interesting out of this channel. So what I have going on right now, tomorrow morning, I need to fire out the gas kiln. I have student work. Taught one of my first classes. Very nervous about firing out somebody else's work. We made pinch pots, very simple forms, and we did a texture study. So we put texture all over it. And in the last couple of years, I have been really into texture and working with that, and I like to leave parts of the pot raw. And just to show you an example of what I got right here behind me, here's a piece that I did with rope. You can kind of see that, and it makes a nice interesting texture pattern. And this is a shave bowl, so you can see the lines on the inside is to create lather. So that's just one example, and have some other ones that I've been working on. This is my classic bowl, but you can see the texture patterns in that. So I've been mostly working geared towards the shave community, and also the local community selling small items like mugs and bowls. And I started moving into some larger things. I started doing larger mixing bowls and centerpieces. So I need to narrow down what I would really like to do in the pottery. I really like throwing the larger pieces, but the smaller items sell more volume locally. So I need to figure out what I would like to do there. So some planning needs to go into it. Some planning needs to go into narrowing my niche. Do I want to sell mugs and bowls, or just be known as a bowl maker? And there's a million ways to do a thing, and I've only seen a few hundred. So there's no end to it. There's a million ways to make a mug, a million ways to make a bowl. And a lot of people are concerned about people stealing their ideas, and that's the difference between chefs and cooks. If you're a good chef, you create your own recipes and you develop them, and then the cooks follow those recipes. So there's nothing wrong with being a good cook. There's some great cooks out there, and when you're selling and you're developing new product lines, much better to be a chef though. Cooks have a bad time at coming up with their own recipes. They may take a recipe from a chef, put pepper in it, and call it their own, but many times um, the chef was the one that took the time and energy to develop a new recipe, new and exciting recipe, and he gears it towards a group of people who may like that kind of thing. So when you make something, you should think about not only your idea, but who might be excited about the piece that you're making. And first of all, it should have very good craftsmanship, and it should speak to people. So that way, when you show it to them, they get excited about it. So those kinds of things we're going to go over on this channel, hopefully, if I can keep up with everything. I work full time, so that's a whole nother story. I work in manufacturing, and I try to run the pottery on the side. So I say pottery, and pottery's in the name, but it's not really a pottery. It's a clay studio, because out of respect for real potteries that make full-time living off doing pottery, this is not a pottery. My pots started becoming known here in the area as Creek Road Pottery because my address is Creek Road, and the pots that people bought here were pottery made at Creek Road. And so there's some confusion about how I view it, but I'm a ceramic artist. I'm not a potter. And when I retire into this in the future, I hope to, then I'll be working full-time in it, hopefully, if I get it built up, and it will be a pottery. But right now, I'm a ceramic artist making Creek Road pots at Creek Road, known as Creek Road Pottery, so people can find it. I don't know, that doesn't really make sense, but that's how I view it, because I worked at a full-time pottery, and I know the difference between an artist, ceramic artist, and a full-time pottery. And there are differences between production pottery and art pottery. So the artist makes more one-of-a-kind pieces. So I do kind of both. I do custom bowls for people, and I also do my own line of shave bowls. I have 2 lines that I run right now. I'm coming up with a few more that I have ideas for, and hopefully that'll turn out great. So hopefully that's a little bit of information and updates on what I'm doing here, and hopefully you enjoy the channel. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments below, and visit my Etsy shop, say hello, and hear the coyotes out there. I got coyotes out here. I live out in the boonies, right? And there's like a pack of coyotes that run out back. It's beautiful to hear. I don't know if you can hear that, but the yelping. But yeah, so there you have it. Be well, and take care of yourselves and each other.